The narrative essay is set up similar to all other essays. You still want to take this essay seriously, even though you will most often be writing about yourself or something you have faced. You will still have your heading and header. Your MLA header with your last name and page number will go here. Then you will have your heading, just as you have set up in previous essays. An original title is also required. You will have an introduction paragraph that draws in your reader, and you will also end the introduction paragraph with your thesis or focus. This thesis says, however, I learned to overcome various issues after my biggest challenge, losing everything I owned in a house fire during high school. This allows the reader to know that the writer will be discussing overcoming a challenge, and specifically how this challenge, losing everything in a house fire, taught the writer to overcome other challenges. Remember that you want to think about organization in a narrative essay. You always want body paragraphs, even though it is a story or a narrative essay. You can think about writing in chronological order and starting your paragraphs with first, second, third, or including other types of transitions. After I escaped, this brings in information from the first paragraph and eases the reader into the second paragraph. Either way, you definitely want to make sure you have paragraph organization in narrative essays. Also, make sure that you are including figurative language and description in order to draw in your reader. Notice this sentence. The room starts to warm up, and it became a slow cooking oven. This metaphor allows the reader to feel how hot the room became and really draws them into what is happening in the story. Another example, my heart was beating like a bass drum, and the beating was so fast that it resonated in my ears and my head started pounding. The reader can really feel the pounding that the writer is talking about, and it draws the reader into the story. Notice how throughout the essay, the writer goes in chronological order, talking first about being in the room, then escaping, and then what happens at the end, rebuilding lives. In this paragraph, they talk about overcoming the challenge. Then the narrative finishes with a call to action. Overall, challenges come along in every stage of life. This sums up the issue that the writer has faced, and the writer goes into what you can do to overcome challenges and what it does to you as a person, creating that general call to action instead of just summarizing the narrative story. Also notice that there is no works cited at the end of this essay because all of the thoughts and ideas in this essay belong to the writer. There are no citations, so there is no need to include a works cited.